Hey, welcome back, hockey fans. What's going on out there? The stream's all screwed up already. We'll fix it, don't worry. Quite a night here at Sasquatch NHL. Had some friends over. We were watching the game. Let me get this dialed in real fast before we get too far. Just do a little, we're gonna fix the camera frame. It's a little bit off. It's all right. We can do this on the fly here. There we go. Let's fix it. There. Now I'm in the box. Just like Carson Soucy was a couple of times. Some undisciplined play from the Kraken. But great to have you guys here. Welcome back, hockey fans. Thank you again. Another playoff edition of Postgame Rapid Reaction. Round 2, Game 2 in the books now. This series between the Seattle Kraken and Dallas Stars. Moving forward, the Kraken in Game 1 continue to, defy expectations in the hockey world with that win in overtime. But tonight, a Dallas team that looked desperate and energized, and they tied the series up as we go back to Seattle now. This weekend, a couple of days off. We're going to get a little bit of rest, not only here on the internet and on Twitter and on YouTube, and all the content creators get a couple of days off, but the players, more importantly, they're going to get some rest as well. But pleased to be here with you guys tonight. Thanks for tuning in. A little bit of a delayed start tonight, but like I said, had a little bit of a watch party here at the house. Some great friends over tonight, and they brought some really good dip. So I just couldn't stop eating it. And also, Nicole brought some great stuff to the table as well. We had some gummy bears, so shout out to DJ Trunks. We were repping the gummy bears in the house tonight. Unfortunately, they weren't good luck for the Kraken, but everything else tasted delicious, so I'm not complaining. I'm definitely well fed and full here tonight as we get into the stream. So let me know in the roll call. I think Spartan, I see you. I know Spartan was out at the game, I think, tonight, so fill me in. How did it go? I'm sure the atmosphere was great in Dallas because they were in a good mood. The Stars, pretty good game tonight as they battle back and tie the series, but no poll question tonight, so just let me know where are you tuning in from in the roll call as we get into it. Let's take your comments here right now as we get into the stream. Donnell says, "What's up? I know you are not happy that your Kraken lost and could have been up 2-0, but you knew the Stars were going to have a bounce-back game, and they did. I was fully expecting a bounce-back game. I thought the Kraken survived that first period. They didn't exactly bring the energy after that like they needed to. The Dallas Stars piled on in the second period, so a little bit disappointing, but this is how the playoffs go. You can't win every game, and tonight we're going to have to put the check mark in the Dallas Stars box. We'll do that in just a second here on the stream." Donnell says, "Also, I was pissed how the Devils played the Hurricanes Wednesday night. They didn't show up. They forgot they had a big playoff game, round 2. But I say Game 2 is must-win to tie the series, and that Hurricanes team is no joke. So no easy task for the New Jersey Devils. I don't know if they're going to get Timo Meier back either. He would be a big help as well." But Ty says, "Did you hit go lives?" Yes. So like I said, just a little bit of a delay tonight. Family and friends come first. Obviously, there wasn't a huge, crazy finish to this one. So, yeah. And like I said, I was really enjoying the chips and dip post-game. So, my bad. I couldn't jump on right away. But that's how it goes here sometimes. Spartan, there he is, saying, "Well, that was a game. Yeah, unfortunately. I had fun anyway. Met some fellow Kraken fans. And I did see some pictures on Twitter from, pretty good presence there by the Kraken Nation representing." Stratic says, "Which watch party?" Just at our own house here. We had some friends over, got together for dinner and watched the game. Unfortunately, the Kraken didn't get it done. But Alicia says, "Why was I not invited to the watch party?" I'm sorry. I should have invited all of you guys. We live a little ways out of town, but next time I will put the invite out there. It was kind of a last minute thing. We threw it together today. I barbecued some burgers. Everybody brought a bunch of dip over. So that's going to be the takeaway tonight. We had a great time with friends. The Kraken didn't get it done on the ice, but we're going to break that down as well in the recap. I thought the Dallas Stars were pretty impressive tonight. Maybe a little bit of fatigue coming from the Kraken, and once they got behind there, kind of a hard mountain to climb from that point forward. But yeah, you know what? I'm going to stay positive. We're coming out of this with a 1-1 series tie. It could be a lot worse heading back home, and that's what you want to do. You go on the road, you split the series, and then you come home, and then you try to take full advantage of your home ice and the pleasantries that are involved with that. So let's see what Seattle can do. We've seen some amazing stuff from them so far in the playoffs, and I think they've got more tricks up their sleeve. I can't wait to see what happens. Donnell also says, Are you surprised that the Panthers are up 2-0 on the Maple Leafs? I think we are all surprised. That's been unbelievable. The Florida Panthers, they're no joke, but I really thought that Toronto had figured things out in the first round. They got, the monkey off their back, over the hump, but now facing a 2-0 series deficit against a really strong team. And Bobrovsky in goal for the Panthers. This guy is amazing. No joke at all. I'd like to see his numbers as well. I need to look at that in the stats a little bit closer, but yeah. Ty says, laugh out loud. I've been with you live before. Just wanted to check. Yes, it's happened. Sometimes, so I use OBS Studio. It's not like the easiest program to use, and sometimes if you don't push the right buttons in the right sequence, you end up on the channel thinking you're live, but you're not. And I've got a couple of things now, so I know that doesn't happen anymore. That wasn't the case tonight, Ty. It was just a little bit of a delay, but yes, I do have some good footage from when that happened, Ty. So yeah, a little behind the scenes for you guys here, Sasquatch NHL. It's always a fun experience when you jump on the camera live. Did you get my message on Twitter? I haven't yet. It's been a busy night. Like I said, Donnell, I will check it out here after the stream. Thank you for keeping me up to date on all the great things. Striatic logging in. Good to see you as well. Striatic says, the Kraken were under 2 expected goals for, making this technically not a quality start for Otter. That's how well contained the Stars had the Kraken offense. And on the flip side of things, I think the Stars had a, expected goals for around 5 before that 4th goal went in. So, I think things could have been a lot different, maybe a lot worse one way or the other tonight. But the Kraken hung in there, and I think that there's some positive things that happened towards the end of the game that we can take forward to Game 3. Alicia says they need some rest. Absolutely. They looked tired tonight, gassed, and they don't. Obviously, we're a deep team across our lines, but we don't have a bench right now. A lot of guys injured. Obviously, Jared McCann out. And let's talk about that in the setup. Before we do that, though, one more comment here. Says, thought that open net where Geeky couldn't get his stick on the puck was haunting. Yes, and a couple of opportunities slipped through their hands a little bit tonight. It's just the way it goes. A game of inches, right, in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Yeah, bummer. But let's give Dallas their credit tonight. They were the better team across the board. My buddy Joe, who was here tonight, he doesn't watch a ton of hockey. He said tonight he's watched the most hockey he's watched in his entire life in the last couple of weeks. So that's awesome. New fans getting excited about the Kraken and the run that they've been on. But he even saw it. This Dallas team, maybe desperate isn't the right word, but you do not want to go down 2-0 in a series. And they put their exclamation point on tonight's game and took control when they needed to, and they got it done. They scored timely goals, and they got the big win as they go back to Seattle and all tied up. So let's move the check mark into the Dallas Stars box. There we go. It's 1-1 series tie, just like last series against Colorado, and we know how that one ended up. So lots of positivity here, lots of things to look forward to. Most people didn't even pick the Kraken to be in the playoffs, so let's take tonight's loss on the chin, move forward. Lots of things to look forward to as we shift the series back to Seattle now. And that crowd in Seattle, the Climate Pledge Arena, is going to be off the hook Sunday night. Bring the noise. I'm going to be there for that one. Can't wait to be there. See you guys out there if you're there. If not, take it in at a watch party at home, maybe like we did tonight. It should be electric, and I can't wait to see that energy propel the Kraken forward in Game 3. So let's talk about things a little bit. Maple Leafs dropped that game. Donnell already pointed that out tonight. Let's talk about the setup a little bit, because I didn't get to talk about this too much the other night. I was a little bit in shock from the overtime win in Game 1, but I'm going to tell you the story, how the game went, give you that recap, look at the rosters real quick, because there was no change there. Stats, 3 stars, and look ahead at the round 2 schedule here and playoff bracket, and of course, live chat with you guys. Bring the comments all night. Let me know, who are your 3 stars tonight? We do that every stream, and maybe so far up to this point in the playoffs overall, who's been your 3 stars? Not just for tonight, but overall throughout the playoffs for Seattle. Would love to hear your opinion. What did you see from Dallas tonight? And as always, if you're new to the stream, let me know where you're logging in from. I love to hear the reach that we're starting to get here on the channel and the community that's building at Sasquatch NHL. It's a lot of fun to do this for you guys. I'm going to keep it up as we go through the playoffs. Even if the Kraken get eliminated, I'm going to try to do some live streams and video updates along the way. But yes, 3 stars. Let me know in the chat, and I'll pop you up on the screen. Okay, let's talk about the setup just a little bit here. Rosters completely the same tonight. Nothing changing for Seattle. We'll recap this real quick, but we did finish 4th in the Pacific this year, making the playoffs. Pretty amazing for the first time ever and then knocking out the defending Stanley Cup champions. Really, the story this year is more scoring and resiliency, and so we're going to need that resiliency to ring through here in Game 3. Got to bounce back from this loss. Grew pretty good throughout the playoffs, especially in round 1. I thought last game he played pretty good, making timely saves. You are seeing a few additional rebounds, maybe here and there, but nothing wrong with the way Grew's playing. His stats are through the roof right now. He's top of the league, right at the top of the league. Ottinger as well for Dallas. Of course, Jared McCann still out of the lineup, so we'll have to kind of monitor that. I don't know if we're going to get him back for any of the games in this series, but yeah, our depth has been huge. 15 goal scorers coming into tonight, and big credit to the team that has been, big credit to the front office for assembling this team and putting them on the ice in year 2. Dallas, on the other hand, you got Pete DeBoer here, and this guy knows what he's doing. No stranger. He's coached in all sorts of environments and teams. He coached the Panthers, Devils, Sharks, Vegas Golden Knights, and now with Dallas, he's got his guys dialed in, and they responded big tonight, just like they did, in the first round against Minnesota. That series took some interesting swings early, but they responded and settled in. The sage wisdom behind the bench, I like to say. But Joe Pavelski, another goal tonight. He had those 4 goals in Game 1. But don't forget about their other guys, right? They've got, they're a very deep team, just like Seattle. A lot of talent. Rope Hintz, he was amazing in round 1. I don't know if he's broke through yet here in round 2. Jamie Benn, Tyler Seguin, and I'm saying it right tonight, Ty, by the way. I was stumbling on the names the other night, but it was because I was just out of my mind because they won in overtime. But Dallas got healthy here in round 2, and it's going to be a tough matchup for Seattle. They've got to really bring it. I think they need to figure out a way to get that first goal in the next game, because that's 2 games in a row now where they've started from behind. So something to monitor as we go towards Game 3. Take a few more comments here, and then I'm going to get into the recap, wind things down. After that, we'll look, like I said, we're going to look at the stats and the 3 stars. So let me know who your 3 stars were. But yeah, not too long of a stream tonight, because it's not as fun to chat about it when they lose, but I do want to hear what's on your guys' mind as well. So let me know in the chat. We're going to pop you up on the screen as we keep moving here. Got a few more comments. Let's get to them now. Donnell says, "Oh, the video I sent you on Twitter, Game 7 between the Rangers and Devils." That was a Rangers fan. Oh, I did see this on Twitter. He punched a Devils employee that works there, had a sign, sucker punched him for no reason. Yeah, and you see this stuff at stadiums a lot, and usually it ends up like, drinking is involved and things like that, and just people just acting like idiots. You hate to see it. It happens a lot, unfortunately, but yeah, I did see that one, Donnell. Spartan says, "This is going to be an interesting and fun series. Let's go Kraken." Yes, and we knew there was going to be some ebbs and flows and swings of momentum here and there. But again, let's see how the Kraken respond in Game 3. This team has learned their lessons quickly throughout the season and in the playoffs, especially in round 1. So I have full faith that they're going to come home. They're going to make some tweaks, make some adjustments. Let's see how Hackstall can do here in Game 3. Maybe he can make some adjustments. I don't know if we're going to see any changes in the lineup, because there's not a whole lot of guys that we can shift in and out, but you may see some different combinations on the lines. So let's keep track of that. I wasn't keeping track real great tonight during the game. Maybe they mixed some lines up to try to get some additional scoring, but I feel like they finished the game pretty good, some positive momentum, something to carry forward into Game 3. Marcio Rainey, what's going on? Good to have you on the stream again, saying, "Only one I have to watch it with is my stuffed buoy." Laugh out loud. Line fan in my little town. Yes. Lone fan, that is. Yep. Still excited for the next game. Yeah, I think we all are, and this is one where, Dallas, got to give them credit. They were the better team tonight across the board. You're going to see it in the statistics, and I'm going to give you that breakdown here. Let's get to that right now. Thank you for being here, you guys. Let's recap the game. Let's move on to Game 3, and lots to look forward to. We're not done yet, but here we go. First period, Grew coming in tonight. 921 save percentage, 257 goals against. And Ottinger for the Stars, also a 921 save percentage, 235 goals against. So again, I keep saying it, but these goalies, neck and neck as far as, those two metrics statistically. Really great goaltending. I thought Grew maybe, I don't like picking on Grew, but I felt like tonight a lot of rebounds, but that's probably because Dallas was storming the net. A lot of directivity. That's the best way I can describe it. So first period, less than 1 minute into the game, we've got Jamie Benn and Jamie Alexiak. They're wrestling in the corner, hugging it out. Little cuddle time to start things off. Gotta love it. Guys just loving on each other. So they both go 2 minutes for hugging, is what I called it on Twitter. But pretty good pace, I thought, to start the game here. Kraken kind of matching that intensity, at least, hanging in there. Pretty good road period to start things off. Susie, though, 4:16 left in the first, clears it over the boards, so he gets a penalty for delay of game, so that's the first penalty there. Kraken killed that off unscathed. I didn't feel like there was a barrage just yet or anything with Dallas. They did have the edge in shots, but Kraken battling right there. As the first period ends, we go to the second, and this is where things kind of start going not great for Seattle. Early in the second period, Susie and Marchment, they're mixing it up. And again, Susie just kind of barely bumped into him in a big flop from Marchment. But you got to stay composed here. Marchment antagonizing. And he was going to get the penalty for, embellishment. But then Susie, slashes him. Undisciplined play there. So the Kraken go short. And actually, fun fact here, Marchment was the state champion for the Uxbridge, Ontario diving team in high school. I'm just kidding. He wasn't. I made that up. But he was definitely a champion on that dive, so give him the Emmy there. But yeah, Susie's got to be more disciplined. Okay, so we go Dallas on the power play. Kraken kill it off, but right as that penalty expires, Stars send a shot to the net, a rebound, and Wyatt Johnston, the teenager, the young guy, makes it 1-0 Dallas. It's so cool to see these young guys breaking through in big moments. I would prefer it to be our young guys, but congrats to Johnston there. 10:54 left in the first. Now Dallas just keeps coming. Dodonov up the left side, great speed. He wraps around the net, on the edge of his skates, puts it in. 2-0 Dallas. Really great work in transition there. And Grew maybe just a little bit overcommitted on his right post. But that's a tough one to defend. And like I said, I'm not going to pick on Grew at all tonight. He's been great. But yeah, Dallas got it done. Okay, so we go 4:08 left. In the second, Borgen, again, some undisciplined play from the Kraken. You've got Borgen now for holding. Stars get a power play late as we approach the third period, so we're still right there. But the Stars, they really bring it, again, being very directive to the net. Johnston gets a couple of whacks at a shot there down low. The puck finds Pavelski right on his stick. It's just, again, Pavelski, right place, right time. The puck just kind of goes to him. And he flips it in. Top shelf, Stars lead 3-1. And that was a killer late in the second period. It's hard enough when you're playing on the road in the playoffs in a hostile environment, but then you make it even harder on yourself, taking dumb penalties. You just can't. You can't do that. Okay, so we go third period here. Turn my volume down just a second. Let's do this here. Okay, there we go. So third period, a little bit more calm to start things off. Kraken getting a couple of chances, but nothing too dangerous. I would bet that the heat maps were heavily in favor of Dallas tonight offensively. 15:23 left now. Dallas streams up the ice, 3-on-1, and Grew makes a big save there, so he's keeping the Kraken in it, giving us a chance maybe to break through late. Follows that up with a couple more saves, so a really good sequence by the German gentleman there. Kraken, then we're trying to counter a little bit. Good sequence on offense finally, and they hit the post. Susie snuck in there on the left side and shot the puck, but it went off of Ottinger's blocker. He came across the crease, an amazing save there. It clangs off the iron after that. So that would have been huge. You get within one maybe, but great save by Ottinger, just showing you why. He's just amazing. And then Dallas, another amazing area of their game, their face-off ability, showing you why they're the best in the league. With that, approximately 9 minutes left in the game, and this was really the dagger, it felt like. They win the face-off in the Kraken zone. They get the puck up to the point, across the top. Harley, that shot on net, nothing fancy. And Tyler Seguin, again, a tip in, and it's 4-1 Dallas Stars. So there you go. I mean, that's really where things kind of went off the rails for Seattle. 6:52 left, we get a power play, but nothing happening up there on that. Power play, Kraken 3:30 left. We pull Grubauer, and Eberle comes up the left side really fast. Roofs one, kind of makes it interesting. 4-2 late. Little glimmer of hope, something positive to build on. And I felt like they finished pretty good in general, but, too little, too late. Dallas gets the win tonight. And that's how it went. That's the whole game. Unfortunately, Kraken fall on the road in game 2, but like I've said now a couple of times, we do have a tied series. We're going to come home. We've got a chance to take the lead in front of an energized crowd in Seattle. But that's how it went. Let's look at the Stars tonight. Thanks, guys, for being here. Chat, not as busy tonight, but, that's the way it goes. People are a little bit bummed out and maybe hitting the hay a little bit early. Everybody's tired. It's been quite a roll here for the playoffs. It just comes at you pretty fast. Pretty much a game every other day through the first couple of weeks. And yes, I'm feeling it as well. Even these live streams late, sometimes it gets a little bit much, but definitely proud to be here and bring these to you guys and keep it going here on the channel. Marcel says, I'm probably going to tick someone off, but some of the penalties made me flash back to Flyers. No, I don't think you're going to make anybody irritated. It did feel like they just could not get out of their own heads at time tonight. They definitely took some undisciplined penalties. I would say 2 or 3 of those were undisciplined. Well, maybe just 2 of them, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like if you're going to beat the Dallas Stars, they're so good at winning faceoffs, you cannot yield power plays unnecessarily. So that's going to probably be a point of emphasis. You've got to stay disciplined, stay out of the box. The extracurricular stuff cannot happen, especially with Dallas winning faceoffs the way they do. And Pavelski and Seguin now tipping the puck in front of the net the way they do. It's too dangerous. You've got to push the advantage in your favor in any way possible in the playoffs. In every play, every penalty matters. So you've just got to erase the ones that are undisciplined plays like that. So not ticking me off with that, Marcel. Makes total sense to me. Appreciate the comment. Let's look at the game stats, you guys. We're going to break it down real quick here, and then we're going to log out for the night. Get a little bit of rest. I wish the weather was going to be nicer in Seattle tomorrow, but we had like this 85-degree day. And today it was like 50 degrees. So that's quite a turnaround. Huh. And I think it's going to be rainy for the weekend. Thank you, weather gods. Can we just put the nice days on the weekend? That's all I'm asking. Okay, shots on goal. 37 shots for Dallas tonight, and I would bet the heat map aligns with, those being in pretty high quality danger areas for Dallas. Seattle scrambling around quite a bit tonight in their own end. And then there's the next one. Face-off percentage. 70% nearly for Dallas and 30% for Seattle. So, I mean, we knew it was going to be tough coming in. This is the best face-off team in the league. But, yikes. Yeah, you got to win a few more of those. And you cannot lose the ones in your own end that lead directly to goals. Dallas gets that 1 power play goal tonight. So our penalty kill still doing okay, but they do break through tonight. And 0 for 1 on the power play. So Seattle, they didn't really generate a whole lot of calls, but that's probably because they were playing defense the whole night. And the way you draw calls is by getting your feet moving up in the offensive zone, generating chances, causing the other team to scramble, and that didn't happen a whole lot tonight. I would like to see the possession metrics as well. I don't have that on my stream here, but I'm going to take a look at that tonight. But I'd be willing to bet that Dallas had a pretty healthy amount of possession time. Seattle, though, pretty physical, 45 hits again tonight, and you love to see that. Let's keep that going. No problems with that at all. And 13 block shots, so pretty good in that category. I didn't think we had a lot of turnovers, and the stats agree with that as well. So only 7 giveaways tonight. Dallas, for as good as they were, they did have 15 giveaways, so something to keep track of there if we can get that forecheck activated. That has led us to success so far this season and in the playoffs as well. Maybe we can flip the script a bit in Game 3. Shots by period, and this really does give you that flow. I don't have the flow charts tonight, but yeah, 11 shots in the first for Dallas, and it did still feel pretty, like I said, I didn't feel like it was a barrage in the first period, but the second period, holy moly, 19 shots to Seattle's 9, and that's where Dallas really took things over tonight. Second period was a rough one for Seattle, and they didn't really bring much in the third. They had a few chances, but just could not break through tonight. So again, full credit to Dallas. Great game by them. We've got an even series, and that's the way the playoffs go. Let's look at the 3 stars. 3 stars, here we go. Gotta refresh it. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute here. I don't want to be serving up free ads. Okay, there it is. Wyatt Johnston, the young guy, 1 goal, 1 assist, 17 minutes of ice tonight for him. He played a great game. Really present down low on the net there versus Grubauer. And had that great goal. And then that other chance that led to Pavelski's goal. Ottinger, the 2nd star, with 25 saves, and he was great. He came up with big saves at big moments. I didn't feel like the Kraken had, an overwhelming amount of chances, but Ottinger, very reliable, and that can be tough sometimes when you don't see a lot of pucks. Tyler Seguin, the 3rd star, 1 goal, 1 assist, so he shows up. That beautiful tip play, I believe that was the power play goal. But yes, pretty good game from the Dallas Stars, and that's why they own all of the 3 stars tonight. All right, let's look at the playoff bracket. If that loads, it did load. Well, hold on a minute. Let me adjust it here. There we go. So there's your look at the playoff bracket from NHL.com. You've got a tied series between Seattle and Dallas. Vegas grabs that early series lead over Edmonton. That was a fun one to watch last night, but they kind of took it over at the end there as Edmonton was trying to tie the game up. Florida, the shocker so far, 2-0 on Toronto, and I'm going to probably tune in to LFR tonight, see how Steve Dangle's doing, because I don't think he's going to be too thrilled, and that is an always entertaining show to watch. Spartan says, of course, it's all Dallas, just kidding. Will you be going to one of the home games? Yes, I'm going to be at the game Sunday for sure, and then from there, not too sure yet. But yeah, I'll be there. I'll be tweeting. Check me out over on Twitter if you want to catch up with things going on in Arena. I try to put as many updates as I can over there. So, yeah, can't wait to go. I know it's going to be loud. It's going to be all sorts of energy going on in the building. But that's my schedule so far, Spartan. Thanks for being here for tonight. And also, that other series, Carolina and New Jersey, Donnell was talking about this earlier. Carolina kind of comes out strong in that one. New Jersey definitely looked like the underdog in that game. Carolina's no joke. I think they've got a lot of incredible pieces, and once they kind of got over the hump there against the Islanders in round 1, that one kind of got interesting for a minute, but Carolina feels like they're dialing in, they're gathering themselves, and this could be an interesting series. I don't know. Got to see what New Jersey can do. The young team there, see if they can push back a little bit. But yeah, Carolina, they are a monster in the East. Can't wait to see what happens going forward. Okay, a couple more comments here, and then that's going to be it for the night. Going to log out, get some rest. Hope you guys do as well. Spartan says, oh, I also like all the Star Wars graphics they use for May the 4th. Yeah, so I didn't really get to see, that was in Dallas for the American Airlines arena down there. If you want to send a couple of those over on Twitter or just, post them and tag me, I'll retweet them, Spartan, because I would like to see some of that. That's pretty cool. I always love to see the different in-arena experiences out there at all the different venues. But yeah. All right, that's going to do it for tonight's stream, you guys. Thanks so much for being here. Quick look ahead as we go. We've got the Dallas Stars Sunday, 6:30 p.m. in Seattle, and then Tuesday on the 9th, the next game. That game on the 11th is no longer TBD. I need to update that graphic, but the next two coming at you from Seattle, both 6:30 p.m. Pacific time start times against the Dallas Stars, games 3 and 4 out at Climate Pledge Arena. And it should be a lot of fun. I can't wait to go check it out. And it's going to be very loud. Because last time I was out there, I think I couldn't hear anything for like the whole next day. My ears were ringing. Old guy stuff. Okay, guys, that's going to do it. Thanks for tuning in. Check out the podcast if you haven't already. Great audio content over there. Going to keep it coming to you through the playoffs and into the offseason as well. Stay tuned for more updates. Got great stuff coming for you on the channel. And as always, thank you for being here. Can't wait to see what happens next in this series. We got a couple of days off. Take a breath. Watch a couple of the other games. Come back here for postgame in the next few days. Maybe a couple live streams here. Watch-alongs or something like that. We'll do that here as we go forward. But that's it for tonight. Keep up with me over on Twitter in the meantime and have a great night. Catch you again on another stream real soon right here at Sasquatch NHL. Go Kraken.